Welcome back. In this video, I want to show you how to easily register the DbContext inside the program.cs. Then you can start running the website without any problem. So let's dig in. Previously, we talked about how to add the DbContext, the model, and also how to add the view and the controller. But we can't run the project until registering the DbContext. So if I take a look over here, and if I run the application, I can see the simple result, and it is a kind of error. Previously, we talked about the origin of the error, and as I mentioned, the origin is because of this matter that the DbContext is not registered. So the error is like this. If I take a look, right, the property controller, the students, then the index, for instance. So I got this error, unhandled exception. If you got something like this error, don't worry about anything. At the first, separate the error, unable to resolve the service. For this one, the SQL context. It means we can't get access to the SQL context because we need to register it inside the program.cs. So it's really simple and straightforward. Come over here and come to this one and stop. The best place for registering the DbContext is a starting point of the program. And the starting point is the program.cs. Click on it. Then we're going to use the builder to create the application or this website. So I have the builder, then the services. Inside it, previously talked about this method, add controller with the views to enable controller and the views. In addition, we can add another method. So let's select the builder.services. This is the services. Then add dot and add the DbContext. So this is the add controller with the views. Also, we have all the matters like the cookies and data protection and so on. So I have the add DbContext method and click on it. Then if I hover on the add DbContext, you can see we need to assign the DbContext inside the tag. So come to this and smaller and greater than. Inside it, we need to write the name of my DbContext. Currently, I have the project and it is SQL EF. This is, in most of the cases, is my namespace. So we can write the SQL and the entity framework or EF add dot. Then I have the models. You can see the models folder. Inside it, I have the SQL context. So this is the models. Then add dot and the SQL context. So it's done. Don't forget to add the parentheses at the end of your code. And this is to do that, you can easily press the tab to complete it by the Visual Studio automatically. So my DbContext is added over here. Let's talk more about the namespace. As you see, this is the namespace of my project or the name of my project. And you can see the name of project over here. But we can change it. It's really simple. Just right click on this and get inside the properties. Or you can double click on this properties. And here I have the tab from the application to the TypeScript. If I scroll down, I have the assembly name. You can see it over here. And also I have the namespace. These are by default. So the result is SQL EF as my assembly name. And also I have the default namespace. So this is my default namespace and also default assembly name. And if I right click over here and get inside the open containing folder and inside the bin, the debug and the .NET 6. As I mentioned, the project type of the MVC core website is the console. So I have the console, and if I scroll down, you can see the executable file over here, the SQL EF. So this is the assembly name or executable file name, exactly this one. Also, you can change it, but personally, I prefer to leave it by default. And this is the name of my project inside the codes. So inside the code, I'm going to get access to this one, the namespace, the SQL EF. So I have it over here, and you can see the SQL EF.models up to the end. You can use this one as the name of project until you change the namespace inside the properties. So this is my properties over here. I didn't change anything. So the project name is my namespace easily and quickly. So let's save everything, and also I can rebuild the project or build it. Then start running it by the IIS. So let's do it. So it's done, and if I add the slash, then the students and the index, press enter. After a couple of seconds, wow, what's happened? Congratulations, we did it. Now let's select this and make it bookmark professor result. So I have the index page and also all of the names over here. And these names are from my database. And if I open up my database, let's close this and this one also, and this one. So come to the students and select. So the result is like this one. I can easily come over here and paste it beside this, the Alex. You can see the Alex number 1, but I haven't the ID over here. Later I'll show you how to customize the columns. The Sarah, then you can see the Jack up to the end, also the ages, then the rec date, and I have the null values here as the empty column. So everything is loaded successfully without any problem. Also I have the layout or common page at the top, the home, the privacy, and the privacy at the bottom. So the bottom and the top is my layout. So come over here and select the index. Now I have all of my buttons over here and also here. For instance, I can easily delete one record. So this is my records up to the mic. I can select the, for instance, Mary Mulak and delete that. So you can delete that, and I have the delete confirm. Are you sure you want to delete this? Back to the list or delete. So let's select this and come to the delete and delete. After a couple of seconds, it's deleted successfully. Also, I can add the new record. So come over here, create, and let's add the test, for instance, and the test. The next one is test 1. So let's create. Also, I have the backlist here and the calendar to select the date of registration or registration date. Now my test 1 is added over here. And if I take a look inside the database, and here, right click on this and execute. So I have the test 1 that is added successfully inside my database. It's really amazing and great that we can create such application without writing the C# codes. And also I have the edit that you can come to the edit and, for instance, test 1, test 11, and also the age, and save it. So it's saved, and also I can check it inside my SQL server. So it's saved, and you can see the results over here. In addition, we can get access to the details. For instance, I have the test 1 and the details. So this is the details about the selected record. You can get back to the list or you can edit that. It's really simple and straightforward. And don't forget, each page or the view over here has its own view inside the project. For instance, this is the index. If I take a look inside my project, come over here, and inside the students controller folder, I have the index. So you can see the index over here. Then I have the edit to edit, the details, the delete, and the create. Up to 5 different pages to manage my data inside the website. And also I have the layout that you can easily change it. This is the SQL entity framework. You can change it or change this, and this previously we talked about the layout page and how to customize it. So it's really amazing and great moment for me that I can see the results of my different operations. Indeed, my mission is successfully accomplished, but there is another tricky note after creating the controllers, views, and running the project, and it is protecting the connection string. But it's time consuming, and I'm going to talk about it in the upcoming tutorial. So start going to start running your project by registering your DbContext, and stay with me with my amazing upcoming tutorial. Thanks for your time.